What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another achievement guide. Today, we're going to be focusing on Wizodd. This game was published by JanduSoft and it was developed by Gagonfe. The game only has 12 achievements. Personally, it took me about 2 hours. First, you have to complete the tutorial and then the first 3 levels. We also have to collect 2 minions. We have to collect 1,000 coins. We have to get an upgrade, get an angel, kill 50 monsters, have all of the necklaces, get 10 upgrades, 5 equipment in a single run, and then the tutorial. So that's going to be a total of 12 achievements worth 1,000 gamer score. Again, it took me about 2 hours. You can get it done as quick as probably about 30 minutes if you had a good run your first time and you're skilled at games like this. This game is a twin stick dungeon crawler roguelike game. I read it was inspired by The Binding of Isaac. Now, those that aren't familiar with roguelike games, basically the levels are randomly generated, so the dungeon that you're seeing in my playthrough is not going to be the same as the dungeon you're going to see in your playthrough. So the best I can do is try to give you an achievement breakdown and explain each of these achievements and how to get them. Now, after you complete the tutorial, you're going to unlock the achievement for doing so. It's worth 10 gamer score. Now, you can either go through the big doors or the small doors. The small doors are kind of hard to recognize, but for instance, I have one on the left side and the right side right now. You need to walk up to a door and press X to interact with it. For instance, we have 3 different paths that we can take. You will not be able to open a door until all of the enemies have cleared. Ultimately, we're looking for the door or dungeon or room, whatever you want to call it, that has the boss in it. Once you get to the boss room, you cannot go back and explore any other parts of the dungeon. So it's kind of, random and risky every time you open a door because you can be going right into a boss battle and you have no idea. And sometimes you want to, take advantage and explore all of the rooms that you can in the dungeon before you hopefully go into the boss room. Now, one achievement that's accumulative is for getting 10 upgrades. I ended up getting 9 upgrades in my first playthrough, and then I got an upgrade right at the beginning of my second playthrough, and I ended up unlocking the achievement for 10 upgrades. So that is 10 upgrades amongst all of your playthroughs. That does not have to be in a single run. Next, I got my achievement for killing 50 monsters. You're going to be doing multiple playthroughs, guys. Eventually, you're going to die, and you're going to have to restart, and that's basically what a game like this is all about, is different runs and ultimately having your best run. The hardest achievement or trophy in this game is going to be for collecting all of the necklaces in one run. There's 4 different necklaces total and you need to collect all of them in one run. That is the last achievement I ended up getting. Now I fast forwarded to the boss battle right here. This is the boss of the first dungeon. Again, he's going to be in some random room, and once you enter that room, you will not be able to go back and explore the other rooms in that level. Once you go to the second level, you're going to unlock the achievement for winning the first floor. So, first thing you want to do is interact with the first chest, open it. Just know that you can press start and you can see what you have in your inventory on the left hand side. For instance, right now I have a red book and I have the regular staff. You can also see your necklaces right here. You basically want to fill all 4 of those necklace slots so that we can get the achievement for having all 4 necklaces. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and explore these dungeons and unlock a few more achievements. So as you can see, the enemies have changed up quite a bit. Just kind of, go in circles and make sure that you're shooting the enemies. You never really want to stand still because a lot of these enemies have projectiles. Next thing I want to talk about is the merchant. He has a store and you can see how much an item costs just below it. This purple necklace, for instance, costs 200. Sometimes you can find the necklace in treasure chests and sometimes you can buy them from the merchant. For instance, I just got my first necklace and I purchased this necklace from the merchant. Now each necklace or book has a different power. For instance, the purple necklace basically magnetizes any items that are near you. So if there's an item laying down or a coin laying down and you're near it, it will magnetize toward you. This is the power of the purple necklace. So basically I continued to look from dungeon to dungeon. Again, if you want to see which books you have or which power-ups or which necklaces, most importantly, that you have, you can press start and check at any time. It'll be on the left hand side. I just picked up the spiked boots, which allow you to walk over the spikes without getting hurt. This unlocked my achievement for getting 5 different pieces of equipment in one run. Otherwise, the other one was for getting 10 pieces of equipment or upgrades amongst multiple runs, but that one is for 5 pieces of equipment in one run. This is the second boss. Again, it's going to be located in a random room, so you just have to continue to explore through the second level, and eventually you're going to get into a room with this boss right here called Vulgar. Now, one thing I want to point out, and you're probably going to realize, is if you look on the upper left hand corner of the screen, I have no life, and I found that this happened to me 2 different times, or on 2 different runs while I was playing the game. I was able basically to get 0 life and not die. I'm not too sure if I picked up some sort of power up that made me invincible, or if this was just a glitch in the game or something like that, but this is how I ended up getting through all 3 levels and defeating the 3rd boss, because those are the level progression related achievements, is for completing the 1st floor, the 2nd floor, and then finally the 3rd floor. So yeah, not only that, but after I defeated the 3rd boss and I unlocked the achievement, it froze and I had to quit out and start a new run. So by this time I had 3 achievements left, 1 for getting both minions, 1 for getting an angel, and then the last one for having all 4 necklaces at the same time. But real quick, while I'm touching on that glitch that happened, or at least I think it was a glitch, I've actually tried reaching out to the developer to see if maybe that was a power up or a necklace or something that I had picked up that was giving me basically that God mode power, or at least it felt like God mode. I mean, I was getting hit and I had no hearts left or no HP left, and I wasn't dying, and it made it real easy for me to defeat all 3 bosses. So hopefully you guys get that lucky as well. Now eventually in the shop I ended up finding the demon, and I found the angel inside of a treasure chest, and once you have the demon and the angel at the same time, you'll get the achievement for having both minions in the same run. The only thing I can tell you about that area or those couple runs where I didn't die is I went back and I checked my footage, and I had the red book and the purple necklace, but as far as I know, those don't have any powers that make you invincible or anything like that. Now, after I ended up having my best run where I found all 4 necklaces, I unlocked my final achievement, giving me the full 1000 gamer score. Now, I'm going to go ahead and end this video guide by showing you guys the footage of the run that I had where I found all 4 necklaces. So if you're interested in seeing my full run where I found all 4 necklaces, this is going to be it. However, I won't be commentating through this run, as really no more commentary is needed. I basically gave you guys a breakdown on each of the individual achievements and how to get them. To kind of wrap it up once more, you basically just need to beat the tutorial, you need to beat the first 3 levels, you need to get an upgrade, you need to get 10 upgrades, 5 of which are in the same run, you need to kill a total of 50 monsters, you need to collect 1000 coins, and aside from that, you need to collect all 4 necklaces in one run. And also get an angel and then an angel and a demon at the same time. That pretty much covers all 12 achievements. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and let the footage roll of me playing the game and collecting all 4 necklaces in the same run, just in case you're interested in seeing how long it took me or exactly how I did it. But yeah, the game's only $4.99. I'll have a link down in the description below. And on top of that, it's a fairly easy and simple completion, but again, it is a bit skill dependent. If you find yourself bad at twin stick shooters or roguelike games, this may be a little bit more difficult. It could take you a little longer than 2 hours, or maybe, you know, you're more skilled at games like this and you do it way faster than 2 hours. But just letting you guys know, personally, it took me 2 hours, and again, it's only $5, so well worth it for achievement hunters if you're interested in diving into a game like this. Other than that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 16 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including Tim G84, AOJ, Kegger101, Kana25, Michael Banksa, and Purple Rain 6. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright guys, so I ended up finding my 4th necklace here in this treasure chest. It was the purple necklace. Again, you cannot get this over multiple runs. You need to get all 4 necklaces in the same run. It shows I was the first person to unlock this achievement, and I ended up getting the full 1000 out of 1000. Other than that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Patreon subscribers. We just hit 16 patrons. I'd like to give a special shout out to everybody in the biggest fan club, including Tim G84, AOJ, Kegger101, Kana25, Michael Banksa, and Purple Rain 6. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.